Welcome, everyone, to the Board of Adjustments, November 6th meeting. I did all that. All right, the meeting is being recorded. Everybody's here. We have a quorum. Can we roll? We probably need a roll call, even though we're all here.
Absolutely. Chair Eggline.
Here.
Vice Chair Tholt.
Here.
Commissioner Shirtliff.
Here.
Ms. Beckwith.
Here.
Mr. Top.
Here.
We have a quorum with all 5 members present.
Great. Stand for the pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, are you presenting? And
A point of order, first item on the agenda is the minutes from October 1st.
See, I told you, every meeting's a practice.
Killing.
All right, do I have somebody who's read the minutes have vote approval or?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes from October 1st, 2024.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? We're good. Minutes pass. Okay. Now, can we present?
Board members, thank you for meeting this evening. We have one variance application. Pursuant to section 1155C of City Code, to approve a requested variance for a new building or portion thereof, the Board of Adjustment shall consider the following standards and find as follows. The variance will not create a significant risk to the public health, safety, or general welfare. The variance will not significantly reduce or impair the peaceful use of existing property or improvements in the vicinity and zoning district in which the subject property is located. And the strict compliance with the provisions of this title would create unnecessary hardship or practical difficulty. In evaluating the standards in C above, the Board of Adjustment may consider the following factors: special conditions and circumstances that are unique to the applicant's site, including the size of the property, unusual or extreme topography, or unusual shape of the property, the height, location, or dimensions of existing structures located on the site or in the vicinity of the site, whether there is a prevalence of nonconformities in the vicinity of the site that are similar to the variance requested, the subsequent imposition of zoning restrictions created nonconforming lots or parcels, and governmental actions beyond the applicant's control, whether a literal interpretation of the provisions of this title would deprive the property owner or of rights commonly enjoyed by other properties similarly situated in the same district under the terms of this title, the extent to which the hardship or difficulty results from the actions of the applicant, and whether granting the variance requested will confer an unreasonable special privilege to the subject property that is not available to other properties similarly located in the same zoning district. Section 1155F of City Code states the following: the Board of Adjustment may impose conditions to minimize adverse impacts that the variance may have on the public health, safety, or general welfare. Any approval that includes conditions is subject to the terms of the conditions. Conditions stated in the approval may include, but are not limited to, the time period in which the proposed structure shall be completed and other conditions necessary to mitigate adverse effects from the variance. It is the recommendation of the City Attorney's Office that staff does not make a recommendation to approve or deny a variance. Montana law states the Board of Adjustment has authority to consider, upon appeal in specific cases, such variance from the terms of the ordinances as will not be contrary to the public interest, where owing to special conditions, a literal enforcement of the provisions of the ordinance will result in unnecessary hardship, and so that the spirit of the ordinance shall be observed and substantial justice done. Montana Code 762323. If the Board of Adjustment does approve the requested variance, the following conditions are recommended. Building permit. A building permit must be obtained within 1 year. And item 1 is 496 West Main Street. Consideration of variance from section 1142 to reduce the side lot line setback from 8 feet to 2 feet for a property with a legal description of the north 52 feet of Lot 2 in Block 1 of Helena Town Site, Lewis and Clark County, Montana, also shown on certificate of survey filed under document number 268370. The reason for this variance is to allow for the construction of a new deck within the footprint of an existing deck. Here we have the vicinity map showing the property location outlined in red. To the west of Main Street and to the south of Reader's Village Drive. History of applicable permitting action. The applicant submitted a variance to demo the old deck and construct a new deck in the same footprint July 31st, 2024. Applicant then canceled variance request on August 20th after neighbor notices were mailed and displayed. August 30th, the applicant met with Community Development Department front desk and requested reactivation of his variance application. Public notices were then sent out September 13th. September 18th, the applicant notified the building department that he had a survey completed and discovered his deck was encroaching on the neighboring property. Revised plans were submitted by the applicant September 27th, and public notices for this Board of Adjustment meeting were sent out October 16th. Shown here is a proposed site plan. You can see in the bottom left corner the 2.1 feet away from the property line. Here's a plat showing the property in vicinity to the city of Helena. Here's an image showing the existing site taken August 16th. And another image showing the existing site August 16th. This is the surrounding area and buildings with the neighborhood. The neighborhood does have many homes built in late 1800s to early 1900s before larger setbacks were implemented in our zoning. These were images taken for the top two images were September 17th, and the deck was under construction or has been demoed, and then October 16th as well. This variance will serve the following purpose. Variance is to allow for the construction of a new deck within the footprint of the existing deck. The applicant is replacing the deteriorating deck due to lack of safety. The original deck served as a carport and on-site parking. City Department comments. Building Department states fire resistive construction required where less than 5 feet from property line. Engineering, fire, public works, and transportation have no comment. Public comment as of Wednesday, November 6th, 2024. No public comment has been received. Board members, thank you for your time. If at this time, if you have any further questions for city staff, let us know.
Is this a presumptive, what? Rebuttal situation?
A rebuttable presumption?
Yeah, we'll go with that one.
Thank you for your question, board members.
And we're,
This still has rebuttable presumption due to the fact that the variance was applied prior to the deck being demolished.
okay, sorry, one more time.
The applicant has rebuttable presumption due to the fact that the deck was still existing when the variance was applied for.
Okay. You said it was over the lot line, so we are shrinking it.
Correct. Will be 2.1 feet from the property line, from the new surveyed
Okay.
property.
And the existing deck was over the property line or?
Correct.
Okay,
Now, I don't believe we have that in the site plan itself, showing the
I didn't
original
see
property
that.
line.
okay. Is there a garage on this or is that the only parking?
There is no
Covered parking.
garage on site. This just serves as a carport.
Any further questions for staff?
Mr. Goodrich, are they planning to continue use of it as a carport underneath?
It's my assumption that they are.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Is the applicant online and would they like to make a comment?
The applicant is online, so Brent, if you have anything that you would like to state to the board, and they will be able to ask you questions as well. Just a moment.
Okay, just tell
Can
me
you go
what.
back to leave it up, please?
Go ahead, Brent.
Yeah, I don't have much to add. Travis did a good job laying it out. Basically, I bought that house like 10 years ago. It was originally built in like 1869, and I don't think that's when that deck was built, but it way predates my ownership of it, and it was falling apart, falling down. Didn't even use it for the last few years. It's been so unsafe. So wanted to rebuild it. Found out it was actually encroaching on my neighbor's property. So I'd like to rebuild it, but I'm actually shrinking the dimensions of it down so that it's, like Travis said, 2 feet from the property line. And I think overall it's like about a 3.5 feet of width decrease from the old deck. And it would still be used as a carport. So that, yeah, that's kind of it in a nutshell.
Thank you. Is there any questions for Brett?
I don't have any questions.
All right, thank you. We're gonna open it up to board discussion. Okay, I'll go. This looks pretty cut and dry to me. I have no problem approving this. It's same footprint. We're not encroaching anymore. It's smaller than a parking space in size for the carport. So
I concur. We're actually making it better because before we were actually over the property line and encroaching, and now we're not. We're actually 2 feet off. So before math serves me, we were 1.5 feet over. Now we're 2 feet off. So we're improving. And I'll be supporting this.
I also concur. I think it's pretty clear that it's a rebuttable presumption situation, and he's working to make the situation better and improve it. So I don't have any issue with that. And there doesn't appear to be any public comment against the design either.
Chair, I'd have to concur with my colleagues.
I also agree. This is a very old area of town. Everything is a little wonky there, so this is making it better.
all right, and then I will put it up for a vote. Or we had board discussion. Yes.
So the next thing we need is a
One-
motion,
Yes. a
and
motion
then we'll
for
take a vote on the motion.
That's what I meant. We're
April?
really practicing tonight.
Yes, Commissioner Sherlett.
Sorry, do we need to call for public comment, even though there's nobody in the room?
Public comment would be ideal. We only have the applicant and city attorney staff online. And for the record, there's no one in the room.
Okay, public comment. We have none. Okay, now, would somebody like to make a motion?
I would like to make a motion to approve a variance from section 11-4-2 to reduce the side lot line setback from 8 feet to 2 feet for property with a legal description of the north 52 feet of lot 2 in block 1 of Helena Town Site, Lewis and Clark County, Montana, also shown on certificate of survey filed under document number 268370, with the following condition that a building permit must be obtained within 1 year.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, before we vote, any further board discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, say
Well,
aye. Oh,
Could we do a
now
roll
what?
call vote, please?
Sure.
So,
Why
Chair
not?
and Chair Eggline,
Yay.
Vice Chair Thole,
Yay.
Commissioner Shertliff.
Aye.
Ms. Beckwith,
Aye.
Mr. Top.
Aye.
The motion passes unanimously.
General public comments on anything? There is none.
For the record, we still have no one in the room and only the applicant and city staff online.
Great. Upcoming meetings. I hear that we have one in December.
We,
We will have 3 items for you in December's meeting.
Okay.
if anyone has any conflicts, please let me know as soon as possible. So that way we know if we will have a quorum or not.
Okay. Any announcements that we need to be aware of? I'm seeing none.
Not that I am aware of, just the next meeting.
Okay. Do you want to make a motion for adjournment?
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, meeting's adjourned.